Matt Field, the Australian bloke behind the popular YouTube channel Field Days, sees Matt travel across all sorts of places making outdoor videos using his survival and fishing skills. Often left in the middle of nowhere for days on end, Matt's videos have intrigued millions. Typically, his videos usually consist of him trying to find fresh water, building fires, catching fish, all while trying to build a place to sleep for the night. However, in October of 2021, Matt uploaded a video of him staying overnight in what one of his old mates called a haunted cave. Thinking nothing of it, Matt decided he was up for the challenge, wanting to prove his friend that there was no such thing as ghosts. After many miles of walking through the outback, Matt finally finds the supposed haunted cave old mate was telling him all about. He climbs down into it on a heavy metal ladder. What happened a few hours later was terrifying.
It is 11:14 at night. We're nearly at midnight. One crazy thing is, it's a full moon tonight as well, so all of the weird things are in our favour. I did have a spoon for my baked beans, but the spoon is gone, so we're just going to drink it out of the can. It's still going to be delicious as always. That is beautiful. Baked beans in a haunted cave. Oh my fucking God. That was the sound. That is the sound. Did you hear that? Look at my arms. I got full goosebumps.
Matt enjoys one of the most famous down under meals when all of a sudden he hears something freaky. The sound of the heavy metal ladder can be heard swinging back and forward, despite being the only one down there.
I really hope you guys heard that chain move just then. It is 100% now. I heard it before. I'm 100% certain it's the chain that I walked in, that you climbed down into this cave on. It's moving. Now, you can't move that chain with wind. It's way too heavy. There is no wind coming in here. There's no wind even Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked. Holy shit. That's not normal, dude. Well, I'm freaking out.
Trying to enjoy some baked beans, Matt continues to hear the ladder on which he climbed down into the cave on move violently on its own. He searches the entire cave, but he comes up with nothing. What might seem like just a creepy experience for us, the viewer, must have been terrifying for Matt. His voice trembling, eyes watering, makes this video seem as genuine as you can get.
Oh my fucking God. You must have heard that just then. Look at my arms, dude. Oh, this is fucked.
After hours of wigging out in the darkness, Matt finally climbs back up out of the cave in the early hours of the morning. However, one more thing happened near the end of this video that viewers couldn't quite make out. As Matt is pointing back towards the cave, showing his viewers where he had just spent the night, something unusual can be seen darting from right to left down in the darkness of the cave. Take a close look.
We made it through the whole entire night in the cave. Dehydration levels are extremely high. Oh, breathing that air, it's beautiful. Look at this. There it is. There's the cave we just spent the night in.
One very creepy video you're going to want to watch in full. To do so, head on over to Matt's YouTube channel, Field Days. I'll leave a direct link down below in this video description. Chris, a British guy making videos in Japan, recently travelled back home with his two friends. While back in the UK, the three of them decided to stay overnight at a creepy location. What many call Britain's most haunted prison, Shepton Mallet Prison has had its fair share of hauntings, including that of a young woman who died inside the building in her wedding dress.
This is where the white lady.
Yes.
Explain the story of the white lady.
So, if I remember the story correctly, it was a woman who I believe murdered her husband.
Who cheated on her.
And her last wish before she got executed was for her to wear her wedding dress. So they gave her the wedding dress. She went to bed, obviously. The next morning they went into a cell to check up on her, and she had died in her wedding dress in the bed. And since then, there have been multiple sightings of a white lady in a white wedding dress roaming around the area.
If you look carefully, you can see what many of Chris's viewers believe is a woman in white, with long black hair, sitting on the floor in the next room over. Such a sighting usually wouldn't be cause for concern. However, after hearing the history on the place, something like this couldn't just be brushed off as nothing. A figure can be seen sitting, hunched over, wearing white down the end of a corridor. This can be seen as one of the guys points their light towards it. What or who could this even be? Be sure to check out the full video where Chris and his friends Joey and Connor document what it's like to stay in some of the most haunted places in the UK. The link for that, of course, is listed in the description of this video. The Skerrid Mountain Inn is a public house in a small village somewhere in Wales, and is mainly a mid to late 17th century building in construction. An undocumented claim to fame for this building was that the first floor of the inn was reputedly used as a court of law, where capital punishment was imposed for certain offences, including but not limited to sheep stealing. Legend has it that as many as 180 criminals were found guilty for crimes serious enough to warrant the sentence of death by hanging, a sentence that was allegedly carried out in the inn itself, from an oak beam over the well of the staircase. Markings said to be from root marks still exist on the staircase wood to this day. The building has since been regarded as one of the most haunted in the country of Wales. Josh from the YouTube channel Exploring with Josh, along with his friends Dan, Steve and Seth, ventured out to the Skerrid Mountain Inn back in early March in hopes of communicating with whoever or whatever may occupy the building. What they captured terrified even myself.
Alright, next bit we want to try is, like we said, right here. We got the hanging rope.
To any spirits in the Skerrid Inn, if you know what happened here at this staircase, please come forward and tell us what you know.
I hear moving behind you, bro.
Yeah, there's like a vibration.
Is there someone behind me?
I heard a noise upstairs.
Is there somebody upstairs?
Footsteps.
If that's you, can you come downstairs, please? We have some questions about this staircase, about this area. Was anybody hung in this area?
Is there someone behind me?
Me.
Is there somebody upstairs?
Whoa! Holy sh!
I'm gonna slow it down, watch this.
Is there someone behind me?
Yeah, 100% said me.
Is there somebody upstairs? Is that you?
Get out?
Get out or yes, dude.
Is there somebody upstairs?
Get out!
Oh my gosh. That wasn't me.
That's not us.
No.
That's not us.
Is there somebody down this hallway?
Oh, whoa! Whoa!
Holy
Oh my god!
What the?
Holy shit!
The sun just moved.
Look at how fast
Oh my
it's
gosh.
moving.
bro, no bullshit. It's as soon as you said something about this.
Yeah, as soon as I said, is there some
And this went off.
Oh
my god, you can't.
Holy sh!
No, that's a physical movement. That's poltergeist.
That's poltergeist activity.
Yeah, that's poltergeist activity.
Either that or that's residual activity of somebody
Residual could be.
Damn it, I wasn't recording. There was just a huge bang from upstairs. I swear to God we heard it though.
The guys are shocked to see that the rope starts moving ever so slightly on its own, as if someone or something were moving or hanging from it. This video is one of the best I've seen in a while, and I highly recommend watching the full video. The Scared Mountain Inn appears to be highly active in all things paranormal. Check out the YouTube channel Exploring with Josh to see what else happened that night. The YouTube channel Paranormal Nightmare is a series that documents the Fourman brothers, Josh, Shaun, and Rocky as they travel the country helping families trapped in violent situations. Each episode documents the family's real-life struggles dealing with aggressive and dark spirits. In early 2021, the brothers traveled out to Bloomington, Indiana, after a mother and daughter contacted them asking for help, suggesting that they were under attack by multiple spirits inside their own home. Concerned for them, the guys went out to help them understand what might be going on. While they were there, however, they recorded something very creepy.
I was in the 5th grade, and I heard my mom holler for me. So we went back to my house to see what Mom wanted, and she said she didn't holler for me. But we heard it. We heard Jenny, and then those barn doors started going like this.
We hear looked like a shadow went straight through that brim over there. We see the dark outline figure of a man around here, mostly in Mom's room, but we've seen him walking around in that room.
Okay, I know, because it was like...
I have another thing to tell you. There is this one incident, and that's funny that you mentioned that walking through the dining room. I sat there a good 30 minutes with her. She would not eat her vegetables still. Then all of a sudden, she started eating them. Every last bit of them, she finished. And as she was doing it, she was staring from the kitchen table into this dining room. And she's just staring and eating like this. And again, she's 2.5, 3 years old. And so we look over to the dining room, and I said, what is it? And she's like, a man. And she pointed. She said, standing over there. He told me I better eat my vegetables. She said, then he flew away.
And we see shadows a lot. I'm always thinking somebody's behind me.
This family were absolutely convinced that they had at least 1 or 2 spirits bugging them while they were just going about their daily lives. The Fourman brothers spent the night at the residence and ended up capturing some pretty amazing stuff on camera. Paranormal evidence that even skeptics would have trouble explaining. Watch the full video over on their YouTube channel, Paranormal Nightmare TV series. Eric Gunner recently uploaded a video on one of his secondary YouTube channels showing himself walking through a house in the dark. What he managed to capture that night was downright terrifying.
Supongo que pasó como 2 horas. Es que me quiero acercar. Hola. Hola. ¿No se movió ahí? Hola. Ay, qué cabrón. Ay. Oh, no, a ver, espera. Se está moviendo. Esta también se estaba moviendo cuando recién salí. Están escuchando ruidos otra vez. ¿Se movió? Podría jurar que se movió el sillón. Se los juro. ¡Ay, cabrón! No, ya, la chingada ya.
Eric is plucking up the courage to walk through his or someone else's house after hearing some odd noises. He walks into what looks like a living room to see something as scary as you can probably imagine. What appears to be the face of a woman peers out from behind a wall, looks towards Eric and then moves back out of sight. Eric, obviously frightened by this, retreats back into another room. Between this scary-looking figure peeking out and the alleged poltergeist activity that just occurred not long after seems to be a recipe for a horror movie. Check out the YouTube channel Full Gunner for the full video. Matt and Andy, the travelling duo behind the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers, explored an old abandoned care home in August of 2020. While walking through the old abandoned building, they heard many things, although something they missed at the time was something that sounded like a woman answering a question they had asked aloud. Listen closely to this.
Right, it's the washroom this, isn't it?
Yeah, laundry.
Headphone users would have heard an extra unknown third voice in that clip saying the word "yeah" when asked about the laundry.
Right, it's the washroom this, isn't it?
Yeah, laundry.
Right, it's the washroom this, isn't it?
Yeah, laundry.
What sounds like a woman's voice can be heard saying the word "yeah" despite the two men being the only ones there that night. Although this wasn't the creepiest moment during their visit. Check this out.
Right, just heading up. Is this the second or third floor we're going up to? It's because we went down to the basement, it's thrown me.
I've got no idea.
Totally thrown me. That paper's, they're thick, aren't they? Wallpaper in here is like good quality wallpaper. I will say that. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see it goes up again. Hey, wait up. Hello? Somebody up there. Hello? I feel like there's somebody down there as well. Right, I'm going up. Right, I've gone cold. Yeah.
Should I have been like that?
Oh, it might have been. I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg. Hello? You just fart. But they went that way, and there's nowhere you can go.
Did you hear a voice?
A voice?
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I don't know if it was like a man or a woman's voice, but it was deepish.
While making their way upstairs, Matt saw someone, or should I say something, watching them from up the top of the stairs. Matt and Andy are absolutely freaked out when they realize that whatever they captured on camera had just disappeared without a trace. What's more, the black figure they recorded moves to the right. However, once they move up the staircase more, they realize that there's nowhere to walk that way. Check out the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers for more creepy adventures, just like the one you've seen here. Witch of the Night. Ricky Velázquez is a well-known urban and paranormal explorer from Mexico who streams a couple of times a week in places most people would never have the guts to explore. His videos are made up of everything related to ghosts, demons, and anything scary. Ricky even states that his channel is not for minors. Which makes perfect sense because if I watched this following video as a child, it definitely would have scared me. In this previous live stream of Ricky's, he decides to explore a cemetery full of large tombs in what appears to be the middle of the night. The half-hour live stream was full of people watching, everything was going good, and Ricky was chatting to his viewers. However, something went undetected by both Ricky and his fans less than 5 minutes into the graveyard exploration.
Pero bueno, yo no sé si ya estoy friqueado, qué onda, porque escucho pasos.
In case you missed it, here is what a lot of people have commented on since the livestream almost a year ago. What Ricky and a lot of his viewers think could be the silhouette or outline of a witch-like person retreats quickly back behind a wall in the near distance. But just as many people brush this off as nothing more than another tombstone. However, it was what happened in the cemetery less than 10 minutes later which convinced those who didn't at first believe that it could be anything out of the ordinary. Ricky is walking down one of the paths when he turns and pans his camera down the length of another. He then starts walking down this path, but what he recorded next gave him goosebumps that lasted the rest of the night.
Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo y no quiero mostrarles. No te pases, A ver, ¿corro? ¿No corro? ¿Qué hago? No te pases, no te pases, no te pases. Voy a dar zoom. Espérame.
Ricky sees what he believes is a silhouette or outline of an old woman with white or grey skin, leaning out from behind one of the large tombs. Absolutely terrified by this, Ricky states to his viewers that he feels frozen in fear and can't pluck up the courage to move any closer. As he's trying to take in just what he's seen with his own eyes, Ricky starts to hear voices all around him.
Hey! Oh, creo que algo se está saliendo aquí de control, ¿eh? No te pases.
After circling back, he points his camera and flashlight in the same direction as before, but now it looks as if whatever this thing is, it appears to have moved out further from the wall it was behind just a minute earlier. Understandably, Ricky runs off in fear. A good 5 minutes or so pass by and he walks a lap around the cemetery and eventually ends up in the exact spot where he had earlier seen this old woman silhouette.
La señora estaba aquí. Está mojando el equipo. Tengo que salir de aquí porque se va a echar a perder. Pero aquí estaba algo. Aquí estaba. Estoy seguro. Aquí estaba. Yo la vi. Bueno, espero que ustedes la hayan podido captar. Pero aquí estaba.
However, once he gets there, there's absolutely nothing there. There's not even anything in the area that could possibly cast any type of shadow similar to what he saw. Ricky's viewers are convinced that he possibly caught something paranormal on camera that night. Ricky Velázquez is known for uploading genuine content and doesn't typically fill his videos full of nonsense just for views. But who knows? I suggest watching the full video on his channel to see what else happened that night.